quickly, don't they? Brady goes for the big ball. Moss! He reels it in with one hand.
Roll with the punches and get to what's real. Can't you see me standing here? I got my back against the wrecking machine. I ain't the worst that you've seen. Can't you see?
Good day and happy Friday, folks. I'm glad to have you here with me. I just want to start off with an apology to all my fans out there. It has been a long week, and work is no excuse. But it's been tough for me to get out the episode this last week, and I apologize. You know, a lot of things going on with work and what I do for a living. I guess the busier I am, the better it is. But, you know, I miss you guys. I want to be able to take care of you, keep you updated with all the wonderful things going on in the world of sports that I need to keep you up to date with. Okay? So, let's get right down to the newswire here. Ryder Cup underway right now. That's pretty exciting. You know, the only thing bad about that is it's during football season, which, you know, kind of stinks, and it's in Europe, so coverage begins at like 2:30 a.m. You know, I'm not going to watch that. I tried to follow a little bit on my laptop this morning, but again, busy day, so that was hard. You know, I'm cheering for the U.S. to win. They haven't won in Europe since 1993. Europe's got a better team, it seems like. Big Rory McIlroy fan. The guy's a stud. But, you know, I'm cheering for the U.S. team. We'll see what happens with that. All right, so world of baseball. Things are actually starting to get a little bit more exciting. AL's all wrapped up. Pretty much what I've been saying it's going to be for a while, and I'm not saying that I'm, you know, some kind of wise guy. I think everybody kind of saw what was going to happen. You know, something will get sorted out between Tampa Bay and New York this last weekend. A little jockeying for position in the AL. Twins still have a shot at the best record. So do Tampa Bay. So do the Yankees. We'll see who gets home field. Texas just kind of chilling, waiting on seeing what happens. National League, way more exciting. It looks like San Diego is about out of it. The Giants got a 3-game lead on them with a series this last weekend. Pretty much San Diego needs to sweep that series and then win a playoff game against them in order to win the division. Or they need to win 2 out of 3. Hope Atlanta gets swept by Philadelphia, who's going to be resting everybody, so it's kind of unlikely. And maybe get a wild card and get in a playoff that way, but it's probably not going to happen. You're probably going to see the Giants coming out of the West, they've been hot lately. I like that they got Lincecum, Zito. I think they match up real well in the postseason. So they could be a tough team to handle with. Okay, so baseball, we're ready for the postseason. I'm looking forward to watching a little bit of that. It, you know, gives me something to watch during the week, or to follow at least, when there's no football. College football this weekend, I mean, what I'm excited about is the Big Ten starts its regular season. So we got the Badgers playing at Michigan State, which I'm excited to see how my Badgers play against a good team. They looked a little bit rough against Arizona State, killed Austin Peay last week, but I mean, come on, Austin Peay, I don't even know where their players come from. We got some other good games. We got Stanford and Oregon this week, number 4 versus number 9. I don't really know how good Stanford is. You know, Oregon, they've always got a strong recruiting class. They always put together a pretty good squad. But it's hard to say. I never thought Stanford was going to be that good, but somehow they're number 9. I don't know why. I'll have to basically kind of see how the season goes. The thing with college sports is, with college football, I never really know who's good until towards the end of the season, just because I do watch the games, but I'm not the kind of guy that like checks out the recruiting classes and stuff like that. So it's just going to take me a while to kind of get into that. Alabama plays Florida this next weekend. Now, I've seen Florida play twice, and they looked really rough. Saw Alabama play. It was a pretty impressive comeback last week against Arkansas. That was a good game. I'm going to pick Alabama just because I think that they're a better team from what I've seen. But, you know, I saw Alabama play well against a team in their third game of the year, whereas I saw Florida play in their second game of the year, or first game of the year maybe it was, to Miami of Ohio, and they played terrible. So yes, the competition obviously much harder that Alabama played But it was also the first game in Florida, so who knows exactly who's better in that one. All right, so NFL last weekend, gosh, pride comes before a great fall. I believe that's what the good book says. And wow, my pride was knocked pretty hard. I went 6-8 last week on my picks. Um, I mean, some of those are head scratchers for me. Um, some things happen. San Diego loses to Seattle, and Sean Merriman gets out, and Seattle runs 2 kicks back and wins the game. Two of my picks, easy field goals were missed. Janikowski missed like a 30-yarder to beat the Cardinals. Hartley, who just got cut and replaced with Carney, missed a 29-yarder in overtime, so the Saints ended up losing. Eli made a lot of retarded mistakes, and they lost that game to Tennessee pretty handily. Surprised about that. Real close game. Couple plays here or there in that Jets-Dolphins game. The Dolphins easily could have won that if they would have made a few plays. So, my pick sucked. So we're going to do a lot better this week. So, all right, here's the picks. So this week we've got Atlanta playing San Francisco. Atlanta's going to win that one easily. San Francisco, they're in a lot of trouble. Singletary should be concerned about his job. There's a lot of high expectations there. Cincinnati playing at Cleveland. Definitely going to be the Bengals in that one. They're a much better team. Maybe Cleveland somehow plays better, but I don't really see that happening. Jets are going to beat Buffalo. Although Buffalo did put up 30 points on the Patriots last week, but I just still don't think they're that good of a team. It speaks more to the fact that maybe the Patriots defense isn't as good as I thought they were. St. Louis, I'm going to pick them over Seattle at home. Liking the way Bradford's playing. Big win last week over Washington, which was one of the few that I got right. Tennessee over Denver, although Denver did look pretty good. They really moved the ball well against Indianapolis. I watched that game last Sunday, but I'm going to pick Tennessee because they're at home. Green Bay over Detroit. They're just a much better team. I mean, that Monday night game was quite a game, really exciting game to watch. Packers had like 17 penalties. A lot of them were deserved. I mean, Julius Peppers did just destroy the Packers' offensive line. I think we saw that the Packers' offensive line is a little bit vulnerable. They're going to have trouble with defensive ends all year. I think McCarthy got out-coached in that game. Lovie Smith did a great job of just calling a good game plan, running cover 2s and cover 3s, not giving up anything deep, and basically just making Aaron Rodgers have to drive all the way down the field. They blocked a field goal, they ran a punt back for a touchdown, and they end up with a 3-point win. So, some pass interference calls. Sure, Packer fans are upset about those, but, Packers need to clean it up. They should have played better. They're a better team, but Bears got the win. But they're going to come back and bounce back big this week against Detroit. Pittsburgh, I've picked them to lose every week because they don't have Roethlisberger, and they're playing Baltimore. It's probably their hardest team, but I mean, they killed Tampa Bay last week. Another one of my wrong picks, so I just don't want to pick against Pittsburgh anymore, so I'm going to just go ahead and pick Pittsburgh in this one. New Orleans and Carolina, I'm going to go with New Orleans. They're a much better team. Carolina's in a lot of trouble. Clausen's going to get his second start ever. He didn't play very well last week. Indianapolis playing Jacksonville. I'm going to pick Indy in this one big. They're just a much better team. Jacksonville is going to have a tough time winning 4 games this year, I think. Houston is playing Oakland. I'm going to pick Houston. They lost last week to Dallas, which, good for Dallas. They stepped up and played, but I think they're a lot better than Oakland. Philadelphia playing Washington. The Michael Vick, Donovan McNabb showdown in Philly. I think that they're going to cheer Donovan McNabb. He got traded away. It wasn't his fault, but I also think that Philadelphia is going to win that game. San Diego playing Arizona. San Diego, man, they're 1-2, and they could easily be 3-0. A couple plays go their way. I pick San Diego in that. They're going to end up winning that division out there. They're going to come back and win that. Giants, Bears. Bears are a 3-0 team that could easily be 1-2, maybe 0-3. A few plays don't happen. That first play of the year with the Lions, they should have lost that game. Probably should have lost to the Packers. But like I said, they game planned well. They stayed close and they snuck it out. So give them credit. They are 3-0, but I don't think that lasts long. I think that they lose to the Giants. Giants are in a little bit of trouble, but I think they're better offensively than the Bears, and they're playing at home, so I think they'll be able to put up enough points and be able to move the ball, even though the Bears' defense did look pretty good, and they did game plan quite well against the Packers. But I see the Giants, I see the Bears kind of letting down, not playing as hard as they did on Monday night, and I picked the Giants in that one. Monday Night Football, we got New England and Miami. I think that's going to be a really good game. I think it's going to be a close one. Miami really showed some things on Sunday night. Yes, last Sunday night when they played against the Jets. And I think that they are a legitimate team. They're 2-1 right now. This is for first place in the division, essentially. I picked New England in this one, though. I just think Tom Brady will be able to win in a shootout. I don't think that I think the Patriots do have problems on defense, and I think that the Dolphins also have a fairly good defense, but I think that Tom Brady will be able to score enough, and the Patriots will be able to beat them. So, yeah, once again, I want to apologize to everybody for not being able to give you what you deserve. Thank you for all your emails and picks, questions and everything. Much appreciated, and we will be back on the air next week, hopefully being able to give you guys what you deserve. So thank you, and have a wonderful weekend.
Are you kidding me? Where are we at in society today? Come after me! I'm a man! I'm 40!